Hello, and welcome to another edition of Day Drinking with Kevin. I'm your host, Kevin McGuire. And after last week's tremendous success with pairing wine and fast foods, I got lots of emails saying, Kevin, you completely forgot Chipotle. And I thought about it and I thought, after a hard day's work, you come home, you want something really delicious and easy, you stop by Chipotle and pick up a bowl or a burrito. What wine do you pair with that? Well, pairing wine can be a little tricky with Mexican food. So in this episode, we're going to talk about exactly what wines pair with Chipotle. One of the great things about Chipotle is they have lots of choices. From vegetarian, chicken, barbacoa, steak, and even their new brisket. Whether it's a bowl or burrito, they have a lot of things for you to consider. So let's talk about the base level rules of pairing wine with Chipotle. First of all, you want to have fruitier wines, lower alcohol content, and even some with a little residual sugar to help balance out the spices. Things that are high in alcohol will really bring out the spices and make them seem overpowering. For example, German Riesling goes perfect with anything from Chipotle. If you don't like white wines, rosés work all of the time. A simple rosé will pair with almost anything Chipotle has to offer. And if you really need a red wine, consider a Pinot Noir. Pinot Noirs are very fruity, particularly from California's Central Coast, and they will pair perfectly with any Chipotle choices you decide to pick. If you're wondering what to pair with chicken, consider wines like Pinot Gris, Gewürztraminer, or even German Rieslings. They will all pair perfectly with the chicken protein. When pairing wines with either the steak or the barbacoa, consider wines like Malbec, Tempranillo, or even Zinfandel. They will help the fruitiness kind of balance out the spices with that protein and will really make the beef or the barbacoa shine. When pairing wines with Carnitas, one of my favorite proteins at Chipotle, I think of Rieslings, or Pinot Noirs, or rosés. Rosés are not just for the summer anymore, and they pair perfectly with the Carnitas. Now, let's talk about Chipotle's vegetarian options. Here we have a lot of really good choices, things like Cava, Sauvignon Blanc, and if you really need a red wine, a Zinfandel will work perfectly here. So when thinking vegetarian, think those three choices and you won't be disappointed. In the end, it doesn't matter whether you get a burrito or a bowl. What you're pairing with is the protein and the spices of the Chipotle food, not necessarily the medium that it's in. So therefore, it doesn't matter which style you get, the wine will pair in either case. Well, there you have it. Whether it's vegetarian, chicken, barbacoa, steak, or the new brisket, Chipotle has a lot to offer. Hopefully you learned a lot about what wines to pair. If you like this episode, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribe to Day Drinking with Kevin. If you have ideas for future episodes, email me at daydrinkingwithkevin@gmail.com. Until next time, this is Kevin McGuire saying, salute.